Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel. It's Paul here. I'm delighted to be joined by none other than Super Tommy Frank. How you doing, mate? All things good?
I'm all right, pal. Yep, all good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm all good, thanks. All good. Cannot complain at all.
Good,
What's
good,
going
good.
on in your world at the minute? Then it's obviously been over a year since we last saw you in the ring, isn't it?
Yeah, as mate. Yeah, I think it were a year last week. I think 19th of August. Yeah, so got it. A year's just flown by, pal. It really has. But I've been busy, mate. I've become a dad in that year, so we've got a 5-month-old daughter now. So I've been busy, mate. I have. And to be honest, pal, I've just been doing PTs. I've been doing PTs. I've been doing some coaching. So I've been helping out at Sheffield Boxing Centre. With the amateurs and pros like Keenan. Just doing a bit of work with them. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing, pal, for the past year. I'm still keeping myself in shape, but obviously not training anywhere near as much as I were, preparing for fights and stuff. But I've just been having a bit of downtime, mate. Having a bit of downtime, focusing on family stuff. But yeah, just I can't believe it's been a year.
Well, congratulations first and foremost on becoming a dad. Great news.
Thank
Fair play to
you.
you. Fair play to you. But yeah, obviously it's good that you're keeping yourself busy. You do seem like you're non-stop as well. But has this period like are you? What's you're not you're it's not like you're officially you haven't hung up the gloves as such or anything. You're just what's the situation?
Yeah, I'll be honest, mate. My honest answer to is I don't know. I mean, I've not officially retired, and I'm not going to make any official announcement in the near future. But as it stands at the minute, I won't be boxing for foreseeable future. It's like I said, a lot's happened since that last fight, and especially with the way that fight went. But I think it probably started a little bit before the your fight. I fought Jay Harris just before that. I lost my British title, so I'd be coming off the back of a couple of losses. And to be honest with you, things were getting hard. Kind of in my camps. I mean, basically, mate, just making flyweight were just killing me. Not making any excuses whatsoever. What happened in them fights might have happened exactly the same way, no matter what. But I'm just being honest. Over the past couple of years, making 8 stone, it's really been it we're really taking it out of me more than probably what I wanted to admit to myself at the time. Because when you're fighting, and I had the British title, so I wanted to defend that, against Jay Harris. That were a good domestic fight. So certain things like that, they just keep you hanging on at them weights. But in hindsight, I probably should have moved up weight, a good few years ago. And maybe got some opportunities up at Superfly, maybe even bantamweight. Who knows? But it's all coulda, shoulda, woulda, and it's worked out the way it has. And at the minute, like I said, I'm not officially retired, and I won't be making any announcement on that, anytime soon. But I just feel like, especially professional boxing at the level that I want to be at, British title level, fringe, European level, whatever. You've got to be hungry, and you've got to have that fire. And honestly, as it stands, I ain't really got that, as it stands. So what that means, I don't know. I guess time will tell. I might get that fire back. I might just need a bit longer. But yeah, that's my honest answer at the minute. I just don't know, mate.
Yeah, well, thanks very much. That was a very honest answer indeed. Yeah, I mean, I suppose whatever you do, if you are to come back, then we'll not be seeing you at 112 pounds then again ever again. I
No,
don't think.
100, no, I can say that 100%, mate. I'll never box at flyweight again. I mean, not that I were not that I were really dead at the weight. I'm sure a lot of fighters struggle to make the weight. That's the same way. Every professional championship fight. You know, it's never easy to make the weight, but I just think, you know, over the last couple of years, it's been getting harder and harder, and it's just been grinding me down a little bit. You know, because I'd be in the gym, you know, like 7 weeks away from the fight. I'd be strong and I'd be sparring, I'd be on fire and I'd feel strong and good. And then, you know, just losing them last few pounds to make flyweight, I think it was just taking a little bit out of me. Right, like at the end when it actually came to the fight. You know, so but like I said, hindsight's a great thing. But it weren't to be with them last couple of fights, you know.
Well, yeah, we'll see what the future holds. That's absolutely. No, as you said, no rash decisions as of yet. I want to ask you, Tommy. One of the reasons I got you on this call is, kind of just ask your opinion on quite a few fights coming up. We're in a bit of a downward period at the minute, but not a lot on for this month. But then, come the end of September, onwards, rest of the year, it looks like it's going to be a jam-packed year, for UK boxing and boxing around the world, of course. First and foremost, I want to ask you about the Wembley Stadium card on September 21st. What do you make of that card from top to bottom?
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? It's brilliant. I hadn't had a look at the full card recently, but the first I saw it, there's a few good fights on it. Is that what I think Anthony Kakachi's on it, isn't it? Is he
Yeah,
fighting Warrington on that film? Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That'll be a good fight. I really like Anthony. You know, I think obviously he just beat Joe Cordina, didn't he? But you know, he's just a strong, just a very strong man. You know, and especially as a pro, you know, when it gets to them later rounds, you know, if you're fit and you're strong and you're good as well, obviously it's gonna take you all the way. And I think that was a brilliant win what he had last time out against Joe Cordina. And he's fighting Josh Warrington, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
mean
I
that'll be
think I think that's a great fight. I mean, I'm a fan of them both. You know, I've always been a fan of Warrington. But you know, if I had to pick a winner, to be honest with you, I'd probably be leaning towards Kakashi on that one. I don't really, you know, Josh. He's had some great wins, Josh, and you can't knock him. You know, he's been a two-time world champion, hasn't he, Josh?
yeah,
But you know, for me, I don't think he's quite been the same ever since that first defeat to Laura. You know, it was quite a heavy defeat that, and I think it took a lot out of him. You know, but you know, no matter what, you know, they're both great fighters. Josh has had a great career. You know, he's you know, flown that flag for Leeds, hasn't he? But yeah, that'll be a good fight. There's loads of good fights on it, and you know, the main event as well. I think it'll be really interesting. You know, Dubois seems to have turned a bit of a corner, doesn't it?
yeah,
Of the last couple of fights since the Joyce fight, and I think that's what's going to make it really interesting. And then on the same thing, Joshua's looked brilliant lately as well, hasn't he? You know, he's gone with Ben Davidson, so he looks to have, you know, tidied a few bits up. You know, and he looks sharp. So I think it's gonna be a great fight. I'll be backing Joshua in that. You know, I think Joshua will have a little bit too much for Dubois, but it should be a brilliant fight though.